Let me tell you this one more time. The last time Jack scored for Manchester City was back in 2023. A truly astonishing figure, isn't it? Just think about it. A player who once shook the Premier League, who was once the symbol of Aston Villa, is now enduring such a long goal drought. It's enough to leave any football fan feeling disheartened. Forever tied to the label of a £100 million star, time waits for no one. And for Jack, it's running out. The big question now is whether the new role Pep is experimenting with can salvage his career, or if we're witnessing one of the biggest transfer failures in the history of English football. Let's dive deeper into this emotional story, and don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button for Remote Football. Grealish scored 16 goals in 26 Premier League games in his final season at Aston Villa, terrorizing the left flank with his unpredictable dribbling and defense-splitting passes. Few teams could stop Grealish at full speed. Unfortunately, we haven't seen that version at the Etihad. Guardiola has never really wanted Grealish to be the maverick he was at Villa. Instead, he's been asked to curb his creative instincts to become another cog in Manchester City's winning machine. As a result, the player who once had fans jumping out of their seats every time he got the ball is no more, replaced by someone who always takes the easy option, seemingly afraid of making a mistake. And now, 3.5 years after joining Man City, Grealish finds himself on the end of the line in his career. Guardiola no longer wants to use him. Savinho was also instrumental in the 2-0 win over Leicester on the 29th of December, scoring the opener before setting up Haaland. The Brazilian winger has had a slow start to life at the Etihad since his £31 million summer move from Troy, but is flying high. That puts Grealish in even more danger. Guardiola told reporters, "I have favored Grealish a lot for more than 3 years. But how can we keep him when Savinho deserves to play? Savinho is in better form than Grealish and should play." Grealish only played 6 minutes in Man City's most recent Premier League game, a 4-1 win over West Ham. After 20 rounds, he has only started 6 games due to fitness issues and has dropped to the last choice on the left wing, behind Savinho and Jeremy Doku. Guardiola doesn't often criticize players in public. This suggests that Guardiola has run out of ideas with Grealish. The question is, does Grealish still have a burning desire to prove himself to the meticulous and demanding manager? The truth is, Grealish was never the ideal fit for Man City. He needs freedom to express himself to truly develop, something Guardiola has never provided. Grealish has won 7 major trophies here, including 3 Premier League titles and 1 Champions League. But he's never really seemed worth the £100 million. It feels like Grealish has wasted the peak years of his career, and things will only get worse if he stays at Man City. This puts his future with the England national team in doubt. Thomas Tuchel officially started work as manager on January 1st and has been scouting players at various grounds. England have the advantage of depth, especially in attack, with names like Bukayo Saka, Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, Anthony Gordon, Noni Madueke, and Eberechi Eze. But Grealish won't be in Tuchel's thoughts when he announces his first squad in March, unless the former Aston Villa player finds a way to impress. That won't be possible if he doesn't find a new club this month, because the best-case scenario for him at Man City is to return to Guardiola's Ice Palace. Tottenham and Newcastle are monitoring Grealish in this winter transfer window, alongside the possibility of him returning to Villa. Grealish is still under contract with Man City until 2027, and they would take a huge loss if they let him go for £37 million. Why keep Guardiola if he doesn't need Grealish?